Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving into the fascinating and controversial life of Senator Ali Ndume. From his political maneuvers to his recent controversies, we'll break it all down in this 9-minute video. I'm Aisha Abdullah, so grab your popcorn and let's get started.
Going down, and that is because yesterday I did not say it is taken over or polluted by plutocrats. No, if it were plutocrats, it would be better.
And there are two surprises now. One is the sudden hike of the electricity tariff, and which to me is against the Constitution.
I'm worried and concerned about the policy saying bring in your old money into the bank, and then you cannot take the money out.
Who is Ali Ndume? Muhammad Ali Ndume is a politician and the chief whip of the 10th Senate. That was until mid-July when he was suspended from that position amid calls for his sack by his own party, APC. We'll get into that part a little while. Born in Goza town of Borno, 1 year before Nigerian got their independence, Ndume is a senator representing the Borno South Senatorial District since 2011. Before that, he was a member of the House of Representatives from 2003 to 2011. For a long time, this man has been a prominent figure in Nigerian politics and is known for his outspoken nature and his role within the ruling APC. However, his career has been marred by several controversies that have sparked debate across the nation. Controversy 1: sacked as chief whip. Recently, Ndume was removed from his position as chief whip of the Senate. This decision was made by the APC National Working Committee, who accused him of making unguarded comments about the government, particularly targeting President Bola Tinubu. They labeled him a mole within the party, stating that his criticisms were harmful to the party's image and unity.
It's a government run by worst, least qualified and most unscrupulous citizens. I'm not the first one. No. If it were plutocrats, it would be better. But this government, and you can quote me on that, is now run by kakistocrats.
It has been learned that pro-Tinubu senators didn't just want Ndume removed as chief whip, but also suspended him, like they did Senator Abdul Ningi of PDP in Bauchi Central, who was suspended for 3 months in 2024 for granting an interview to BBC Hausa in which he alleged that 3.7 trillion in the national budget for the 2024 fiscal year was not tied to any projects or locations. So it is nothing Nigerians did not already know or were facing, except that those words coming from a ranking senator were considered derogatory among senators of the party. Controversy 2: allegations of ties to Boko Haram. Back in November 2011, Ndume faced serious allegations of being linked to Boko Haram, the terrorist group that have been waging a campaign of terror and insurgency in the northeast of the country, leading to the kidnap and killings of hundreds of thousands and forcing millions of men and women and children out of their homes. This claim was a significant stain on his political career, leading to the intense scrutiny and a legal battle that lasted for years. It came after an alleged Boko Haram spokesman, Ali Kunduga, said Ndume had paid him to send threatening text messages, and also at a time when Ndume was a member of the presidential task force exploring the possibility of opening talks with Islamist militants who had killed some 63 in a series of raids at the UN headquarters in Abuja, killing 24 people. DSS said Kunduga's arrest and questioning confirmed his stance that extremists had political patronage and sponsorships. It said Kunduga had sent out threatening text messages to judges and politicians paid for by Ndume. 4 counts of terrorist charges were brought against Ndume, which would later be struck out by courts in 2017. The court held that the government could not prove it was Ndume that had until then sponsored Boko Haram's activities. It upheld Ndume's no-case submissions. Ndume did tell the court he actually made contacts with members of Boko Haram, but that was on account of his position of a member of a presidential committee looking into security challenges in the northeast. Despite his acquittal, the shadow of these allegations continue to linger over his reputation.
Reviewed several times, from beginning to the end, the interview I granted. I also shared the interview I granted to friends, elders, leaders in this country to review and get back to me to tell me whether I have said anything that is not true or that is wrong in that interview. And unanimously, the people I shared with, and my conviction too, tells me that I did not do anything wrong.
Okay, controversy 3, criticism of government's policies. Ndume has always been vocal about the government's handling of various issues, including the economic crisis in Nigeria. So what exactly did Ndume say that got pro-Tinubu senators in a tizzy? He spoke in an interview about President Tinubu being disconnected from the reality of Nigerians. Essentially, the president was caged. In quotes, Mr. President is not in the picture of what is happening outside the villa. He has been fenced off and caged. So many of us won't go through the back door to engage him. Now they have stopped him from talking and he doesn't have public affairs managers except his spokesman, Ajuri Ngalali, who writes press statements. Nigerians are getting very hungry. The government is not doing anything about the food scarcity and it needs to do something urgently. We don't have food reserve. There is unavailability of food. Food crisis is the worst crisis that any nation can encounter. If we add that to security crisis, it will be severe, he quoted. His comments about the president being caged and unaware of the suffering of Nigerians drew both support and backlash. While some see him as a voice of the people, others view his statements as politically motivated and damaging to the ruling party. And that has even raised concern. While civil society groups worry the ruling APC is working hard to muzzle free speech in the country, opposition parties say the Senate by its action is enabling executive recklessness.
This power supply, power distribution company belongs to Nigerians. They just took it like that. If you see how the Minister of Power was presenting this increase in power as if he owns the company and these Nigerians are being provided. It should not be like that.
Controversy 4. History of leadership struggles. This isn't the first time Ndume has been stripped of a significant role. In 2017, he was removed as Senate leader for similar reasons, showcasing a pattern of conflicts within the party and his contentious relationship with the party leader. Ndume back then said that the decision shocked him and that he didn't know why he was removed. It came after the Senate rejected Ibrahim Magu as chairman of the anti-graft agency EFCC. Ndume claimed the Senate did not reject Magu, a claim at odds with the Senate's stance. His removal seemed like punishment for his disagreeing with the Senate over its handling of the nomination of the head EFCC by Magu, who, like Ndume, hails from Borno. Ahmed Lawan would later replace Ndume as Senate leader. And then fast forward to May 2024, when Ndume criticized the newly renovated Senate chamber for lacking even essential amenities like voting devices and reassembling a conference hall rather than a legislative chamber. That was just a week after the Senate and House of Representatives moved into their main chambers, which had been under renovation for 2 whole years since 2022 and cost over 30 billion naira to refurbish. Its critics argue that his leadership style lacks the necessary decorum expected from a senior senator. Senator Ali Ndume's career is a roller coaster of controversies, leadership struggles, and bold statements. Whether you view him as a champion of the people or a divisive figure, there is no denying his impact on Nigerian politics. If you enjoyed watching this video, do not forget to like this video, leave comments below, and let me know in the comment section what do you think about Ali Ndume. Until our next video, bye for now.